This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Starting my inspection at 9652 Meadow Mesa Drive out here in Escondido. We are on top of a flat concrete tile roof. Based off of my inspection, the things I'm going to go over, this roof appears to be close to 40 years old or so. I'd say anywhere from 35 to 40 years old. This appears to be the original roof that is on this property. And I want to point a few things out right off the bat. Number one, we got solar panels that are going on this roof. So the homeowner wants to have those roof planes inspected. We have our west facing roof planes, we got a south facing roof plane, and then we have another west facing roof plane. So those are the ones I focused on. I pulled a couple random tiles just to get an idea of what the underlayment looks like, because the underlayment is the most important part of any roof. And let me go ahead and point out what I found. And you can see this underlayment is in bad shape. So this stuff is completely deteriorated at this point. It's starting to curl, it's starting to crumble. It's literally just disintegrating in my fingertips. You can see we have some exposed nail heads over here that are completely rusted over. Those are all leaks that are probably already leaking. And if not leaking, then they are definitely going during this next rainstorm. You can see some of these tiles are cracked in this valley. And this is that exposed underlayment. This stuff has been toasting in the sun for quite some time. So I went over to the other roof plane again just to pull a random tile. Wanted to see what the underlayment looked like over here on this side. And again, you can see just how bad this underlayment is, and you can actually see this underlayment is completely ripped through. So this is exposing the wood decking completely. Every time it rains, water's getting underneath these tiles and gonna get underneath this underlayment, going directly to the decking itself. So in order for this homeowner to put solar panels on the roof, they absolutely have to replace the roof planes that are going to be adding the solar. But the overall condition of the entirety of the roof is that it needs to be replaced. You can see that the mortar caps are all cracked. These are all starting to crumble as well. You'll notice that the sealant around the penetration is starting to diminish also. As you can see. And we have a very steep roof throughout the rest of it, right? So we're at about a 10, 12, 11, 12 pitch coming down. The new roof is going to be installed on battens just to support all these concrete tiles. Unless the homeowner wants to switch it up to, an asphalt shingle roof, that's always a possibility as well. I'll obviously leave that up to the homeowner. But the overall condition of the roof, based off the age, based off of the condition of the underlayment, the lack of sealant around the penetrations, and the condition of the mortar caps, is that this roof needs to be replaced. Now, this concrete tile is in pretty good shape. So concrete does continue to get stronger as it ages. That is a good thing. So now this would be a viable candidate for a lift and reset, to where we will come out, we'll go ahead and lift all these tiles up. We'll then go ahead and tear off everything down to the wood decking so that we can get down to the wood and examine what kind of wood repair needs to be done. Wood repair is always that unknown variable in any roofing project. We don't know how much wood is going to need to be replaced until we go ahead and tear this roof off. Once that's complete, we're going to go ahead and switch out this felt underlayment with a layer of fire-resistant titanium peel and stick underlayment. Now, that titanium peel and stick underlayment will come with a limited lifetime warranty, and that'll go along with our lifetime workmanship warranty. Now, there's a big benefit of always using a company like us to go ahead and do the solar as well. We're going to eliminate any kind of finger pointing when it comes to problems that might occur in the future. We're doing both the solar and the roofing. Well, now we have full responsibility of the roof, and I'll go ahead and explain that in a little more detail with the homeowner. These valleys are cut open nicely. I'm not sure if that was a recent upgrade to the roof, but we had a lot of space for debris and water to flow freely off this roof. So when we go ahead and reinstall this roof, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have these valleys opened up nicely, again, just to allow for that flow so that water doesn't penetrate the roof into areas where it's not supposed to. We'll be replacing all the drip edge. Well, this roof actually doesn't have drip edge, so we'll be adding drip edge along the entire perimeter of the roof, along the tile riser, to ensure everything stays nice and level. And then the tile goes back on top. Obviously, if the homeowner wants to switch it up to a new tile roof, they're more than welcome to do so, and I'll provide them with that option. But this roof, again, the tile is in good shape and does not need to be replaced, so that lift and reset is a viable option for this property. That is it for my inspection.